The skills that made you successful as a leader is now the thing that's a liability. Stop doing the thing that got you promoted before you get fired. The behaviors, the identity, the habits, all of those things that got you to the executive level or on your way to the executive level are the same things that create for you the bottleneck in your leadership. At executive levels, the rules shift. Execution obsessed leaders become the bottlenecks. And here's the thing, the ones who thrive stop doing what you did previously and start becoming the architect of your own leadership. Your old identity is not wrong, it simply does not belong in the seat at this point. Now, here's the thing, and hear me good, 75% of executives that do not do well in their role is not because there is a skill issue. It is simply because their old identity continues to creep in into the new role, and those behaviors and those habits create a stalling effect within their leadership. Boom. This is not about lack of skill. This is failure to adapt to that new leadership identity because you are now in a new role. And then what happens next? Most leadership development programs provide the wrong tools. What they're not fixing and or correcting or aligning is the foundation that needs to happen within one's leadership identity so that the outside matches the inside. And my friends, as long as that does not happen, you will always be stalled within your career. The reason you're hitting a ceiling has nothing to do with your competence. It's simply because your leadership identity, the behaviors that you had previously, either as an individual contributor or in middle management, and now you're moving to executive, those behaviors have stuck around. And the more they stick around, the more your own behaviors are a liability. So the thing that made you exceptional, your relentless drive, your competitiveness, your need to always be right, that part, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it no longer has a seat in your new role. That's what I'm saying. At executive level, it's not about what you execute. The value is in what you architect, the systems that you build. How many leaders have you helped get to the next level? You don't get credit for solving problems. You get credit for building systems, which means you can walk away. And when you walk away, the whole department does not crumble because you've built a system and or leaders that can handle things that don't have to come to your desk. Boom. The leaders who make this shift, they stop grinding and they start governing. The ones who do not make the shift get bypassed and burned out, and they're completely exhausted within their executive leadership role. And this is the point. Your identity has to evolve or your leadership will not. If you want more, the executive identity audit is where we understand exactly where you're leaking authority, leaking leadership, and why you're exhausted within it. This Saturday at 4 o'clock, May the 16th, the Leadership Alchemy class is where we talk about exactly where you're exhausted in your leadership and how you're going to adjust your leadership identity. Do not get waitlisted for either one. I'll see you there. Happy leading.